All right, so this is the start of your tutorial to get into Google Meet. I am going to show you a few ways to get in. There's more than one way, which is awesome. The easiest way to go is from your home. You're going to go to the Employee tab and log into your portal. Once you do that, it will direct you to your login. And then after that, you're going to be able to have access to your G Suite and to your email and to all the other apps that you already use and know. So to begin with, if I log into my G Suite, which I already have, I will end up showing up at my drive. So once you log into G Suite, it will take you immediately to your drive. And then you'll see your waffle here. So these are the Google apps that you're going to be using to connect with your students. The first one you need to know about is Meet. That's what we're going to be using first to meet with our staff. And then there's another one that you definitely want an instruction with, and that's called Google Hangouts. And so those two things can kind of get confusing. I've used both, but just for this tutorial, I'm going to focus on Google Meet since that's the one we're going to be using first. So I've already actually logged into that. I'm just going to go to that tab. And here's the screen for the join or start a meeting. If you have anything scheduled, as soon as you log in, it's going to tell you if you've been scheduled and you can click on that. But just so you can see the button where you want to start a meeting, there's a place for a meeting code or a nickname. Most often you're just going to have a meeting code. To start your own meeting, you're just going to leave it blank. So I'm not going to quite do that yet, just because I want to show you how to get into your email and to your calendar to see your events. So right now in my email, I can see that first, my husband, Brian, has invited me to join a video meeting. So this was just between the two of us as colleagues. And when he asked me to join, all I needed to do was click the join meeting. So I'm going to do that just to show you what it looks like. And my camera is going to start cutting on. So I have turned off the camera and the mic just because it has a delay on it. But I want to show you that I have the join now since he's invited me to do that. But I'm not going to do that quite yet. So I'm just going to show you another way to get into Google Meet. And this is through an invitation that is obviously set up through your administrator through a calendar. So at our school, Kate Picar has sent the invitation. And through this invitation, you will see the time, the date that it's set up, and who it was sent to. I've already RSVP'd and joined, but I'm showing you the email because this is the link that you want to go to get to the meeting. Just another clarification, the Join Hangouts Meet is kind of confusing because there's two different apps for that. One is Hangouts and one is Meet, but for whatever reason, they've called it Hangouts Meet. If you don't have your device, you can join by a phone. This is the PIN number that I was talking about that you could log into here. When you start a meeting, this would be where the PIN code goes. But let's just close that up and go back to the way to get into this meeting. Another way to get into this meeting is to click on your calendar. So if you haven't opened up your calendar, your school will likely have invitations set up. That's how the invitations get sent to you. And you can see I have my invitation from Miss Picar today, and I have it here on my calendar. So I'm just going to click on it and let it open up. And that will also be another way to get into Google Hangout Meet. So here's the link again. Here's the phone number. Here's the PIN. This is interesting. I clicked on more details just to figure how this works and found out there's the calendar. That's exactly what I need to see. And then it popped open the screen for more links. So join Hangouts Meet is here to click on. Here's the link that you can cut and paste, and here's the way to join by phone. So the PIN numbers here, the phone numbers here, just so many ways to get into this app. I'm just going to show you how quick it is to click on Join Hangouts Meet here. And then again, the camera is going to want to turn on, but I'm turning it off just because it doesn't load as easily when I'm recording my screen. So I'm going to just join so you can see. My picture here is just loaded because I'm not showing you my camera right now. But to end this call, I would click here. That would be one way to do that. If I wanted to turn on my mic, I could click here. If I wanted to turn on my camera, I could click here. One of the cool features here is in the more options, you can change the layout, take it to full screen, turn on captions, which is super awesome, especially if you're having trouble misunderstanding, or if your mic is not working, you can turn on your captions. So I'm not going to do that now just because my screen is recording and it just doesn't, it's not compatible at this exact moment since I'm using a different app. So let's see, what else can I tell you? Here's where the people who will be joining you in your message meeting, I'm sorry, in your Hangouts meeting, and you click off here, and we're going to end this way. And you can return to the home screen or submit some feedback or rejoin the meeting. So I'm just going to go back to my home screen and let you see that. And that is hopefully enough information to get you started in your app for Google Meet. And if you have any questions, feel free to send them to myself or the admin at your team, and hopefully they can give you some useful help. Thanks.